Hello everyone and welcome to Game 3 from the Craft Cup between Tarson and... what's wrong with my mouse? Okay, Tarson and Bly. There we go. My mouse is acting up sometimes. I have an Imperator, but sometimes it does these freaky bugs. So we're gonna have a match on Blistering Sands this time. Tarson as the blue Terran spawning as at the 2 o'clock position, and Bly spawning as the red Zerg at the 7 o'clock position. Saw really two interesting games. Before this one, I remind you, this is game number 3. If you haven't seen, then just go check it out, because here comes spoiler alert. We just really saw the best player winning. I mean, the best player, especially the most experienced player. I mean, you could clearly see that Tarson has way more experience, especially in tournament matches, than Bly does. A really great usage of his units, really great motivation and thinking in the top spot. I can actually say that Tarson doesn't really go for tunnel vision. He doesn't have that complex, while I have to say that Bly does. Bly under pressure seems to really cave into to tunnel vision. And this time we have Tarson opening with a 12 racks, no gas, so just getting that early marine as usual. Let's see if this drone is going to harass. There we go. And this SCV is probably going to get taken off the line before it goes flat. And no, please, exactly gone. Oh, he's getting repaired by the other SCV. Wow, and that is really annoying now, isn't it? So Bly must be going like, oh, I almost had that SCV, it's also mine. Why did you repair it? But Tarson is being a real meanie this game, not really letting Bly have anything for free. And Bly is really pissed about it, I think. Getting the standard, or not so standard, I don't know how to call it. I actually hate the term standard, but when I say standard, I'm actually referring to what most people do. That's what I'm really trying to say. Standard when it comes to timings and stuff like that. So the fast expansion is on its way. Also spawning pool and a gas going up right now. Also trying to steal the gas, succeeding at stealing the gas again from Tarson, and Tarson is getting that marine, rallying it up to the gas over there, so you can see Tarson always thinking ahead, even with little things like that. That's really important stuff, by the way, where you rally your units depending on the timing and stuff like that. You don't, because actually, what is the concept of doing all this stuff? It's the fact that you don't have to use up your APM into doing those things. It's the same with queuing up units, stuff like that. You need to try and get yourself used to queuing up commands for your buildings, for your units. When I mean queuing up commands, stuff like putting up rally points and queuing up units like scouting and stuff. You can just queue up an SCV, like, you know, all the way through the enemy base, so you don't have to do it yourself, but you can do something else. Stuff like that. I don't mean queuing up a lot of units at buildings. It's not really what you want to do. Queuing up units is actually the most inefficient thing you can do, because the money is already used, but the unit still has it's still gonna take time for that unit to start getting produced. So you can actually do something else with that money in the meantime. That's efficient. That's macro. That's proper macro. Using your money, not letting it sit around for no use. And here we have 2 Zerglings coming across the map, and this SCV is planted over here at the Zelnaga Tower. Here we have Tarson moving across the map as well. That Zergling is gonna, yep, those Zerglings both get taken out. And here we have a Helion as well. Are we gonna have Tarson going for some early bot push over here? Actually, 1-1-1 opening again for Tarson. He seems to be favoring this opening a lot. So Tarson is really gonna go push with all this stuff over here. Maybe try putting a bunker down. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see if he does put a bunker down. It's a lot of Zerglings, but he does have a Helion out as well. There's a Queen though. He doesn't really want to. I'm not sure. He's just using this SCV as a little tank over there, and the Helion actually doing a lot of damage to those Zerglings. One more SCV coming up, one more Helion, another Marine, and wow, this is kind of all inish here from Tarson. And actually, these Queens are the only thing that are keeping Bly in the game. But there we have some Roaches coming out, and these Roaches are really good against Marines, and they're going to be able to do quite some damage while on the creep. They move much faster than Marines, although now they're off the creep. And these Marines are going to be able to retreat. Let's see if Marauders are on the way. No Marauders. There's no tech lab for these barracks. So let's see if Tarson is going to turn back and try to fight those Roaches. I think he is tanking with the Helions. And there we go. But that Roach actually gets away. Both players are pulling back right now. And take a look at the APM of these guys. I'm quite curious. Yep, there we go. Tarson is really skyrocketing, and I wouldn't be surprised that if his APM would go up even higher. So in terms of APM, Tarson is really skyrocketing ahead of Bly. And right now there's not much happening for Bly, while Tarson is actually getting a Banshee. So a Banshee is on its way. There's no cloak yet though. He has just one gas, surprisingly. He got all those Marines. I mean, if you get Helians and Marines, this is quite smart, and he saved up his gas for the Banshees. I like this from Tarson. Really nice filtering of his resources right there. I mean, if you get all those things, it's obvious that you can get... ooh, gotta be careful with that Banshee. All the gas that you saved up by getting Marines and Helians, you can use then to get your Banshees. And that's the second Banshee on the way. And the third one coming out right now, actually. This is a lot of Banshees. And 2 more barracks being put down, and the expansion is already out, and it's going to be landing over here, and the bunker put down to defend. Let's see what Bly is going to be doing this game. I still see kind of the same exact build from him as we've seen until now. I don't see any variation in Bly's builds. 2 Banshees on the way. Let's see if they can actually do something. They're going to take out a few drones. I suspect 1, 2... and he could have taken those out as well without too much hassle, but I think he's waiting on his 3rd Banshee that just came out right now. What are these Zerglings doing? Oh, they're taking out this Helion over here at the Zilnaga Tower, and here we might be having a push. I'm not exactly sure. No, some Zerglings getting taken out. No, Bly is moving back. I thought he's gonna try pushing over here, but he isn't. And those Banshees trying to get off as much damage as possible. There we go, taking out 1 Roach. And the Overseer is out in case these Banshees get cloaked, but there is actually no cloak. And what is Tarson doing right now? Getting a little bit too greedy over there. Don't really see what the point is. Maybe just go in his main over here, try getting some drone kills over there. Yep, I think that's what he's doing. Let's see if there is any rally point for these Banshees. No, but he is indeed going for the main right now. 2 Helions making their way across the map and trying to roast some Roaches over here, but the Zerglings are getting this round off. My bad, Zerglings, not Roaches. And these Banshees are coming back to defend, I suppose. Yes, and Bly has an okay army. Big enough, but here we have a Spire coming up, so if Tarson decides to go into a very, let's see, so Reactor's still here and 2 tech labs, so that's gonna be, Stim Pack is almost done, so that's gonna be a pretty much equal mix of Marauders and Marines. But if Bly can take out all these Marines and he gets Mutas right now, he's gonna be able to do a lot of damage to the Terran army. The thing is, he put these extractors up a little bit too late, so he's not gonna have all the gas he wants to get. And let's see if this can. I don't think it has vision of this. Oh yes, it does actually. He saw the Spire. So right now, we might even see a Thor coming into play. A Thor is really a good idea, even if you have like 1. Those occasional volleys it shoots up at the Mutalisk are just enough to complete your MMM mix, and you're not going to have to worry about Mutas at all. There we have 3 Mutalisk on the way, but I don't really see the point. 2 turrets already down over here, and yep, there we have 1 turret there, and I don't think it's going to be that much. Anyway, gonna take a look at the harvester count. It's almost equal, but there we have more drones being produced right now, and the army size, and that Helion getting all over there, not so nice, but pretty much equal food count for both players. It's all gonna come down to the